Right, let's just call it, see what happens here now. Right, so I've hit live. It's right. What I've got to do is just mute my, because I have YouTube playing in the background as well.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it coming up so I can mute it.
There we go, muted. Right.
There you go. You've come up live now.
There you go. So, what do you think of the new layout?
You're missing a Scottish flag, so I've got an immediate complaint.
Well, I did say to everybody, if you want to send me a flag of your country, I will put it on the ceiling.
Where's the British one?
Well, the St. George Cross is there.
No, it's a British one. British.
It's outside, actually.
Right.
It's a flag that's outside.
I can get behind that.
I've got one on the front drive on a pole. And that's the Union Jack. So, yeah, and this one was made by a famous flag maker in Canada. She makes all the flags for all the, the Canadian embassies and all that sort of stuff. Right, so we've got a few. Let's have a look. How many we got? We got 9 in so far.
Oh,
hello, various lovely peoples.
Right. So
Tommy's in. Mark the Gentleman, Wood Turner, David McClernand, Sarah, Nick's in, Steve Ellis. That's about it. Live in the chat at the moment. There's obviously people in the background as well.
Yeah, cool. So what I've done is I've had to move around in the workshop. Let me just go and shut that door because the dog has done his deed out there.
Shut that door.
And I can smell it all the way down there.
too much information, Rich.
Right. So now
you want to put us in the background. So you want to put us in the background so people can see what you're doing.
Right. So I've had a bit of a move around. So the lathe is in the center of the room, so I can get all the way around it. I can put the cameras wherever I want. I can put the dust extraction wherever I want. It just makes a lot more sense. Thomas's lathe, which was my old one. So you'll see some videos of Thomas's coming up soon. Bandsaw's over there. I've had quite a bit of a clean up, to be honest, and it needed it. So it's it's much more enjoyable making something in a clean workshop.
No, not enough painted white walls. I'm just saying.
We've got Barry in as well. Barry's come in. Bob Lapsley's come in. Thrifty B is in. So we're getting people turning up.
Cool. Well, the new the pad for the new workshop is going to be going in the very beginning of next year. And that workshop is going to be similar to yours, Dale, whereas you've got no windows and everyth's white, just for maximum.
One window. I've got one giant window. It's called a door, glass door.
Look, I just want maximum reflection of light in there, and it's easier to.
Need a mad floor. Buy a mad floor. Got to mess with Wayne. Get a mad floor. Get a mad floor. Madder the better. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link.
So we've got what we're going to be doing tonight. Oh, I don't want to share screen, do I? We're going to be. Oh, hi, Dad.
Dad, Colin Bennett, father of beards.
So we are going to be using the lathe tonight, and I'll show you actually. I went to Yandles to buy some wood for the birds to perch on more of a flatter surface in the coop there, but I come back with loads of wood. Some of it was this.
Really?
I mean, yeah. No, I'm not sure what this is. I think I don't know. It looks and turns like oak, but the bark says that it's not oak. The bark looks more like some kind of oh god, let's put it under the
What
camera.
did the label say before you lost the label? What did the label say?
There was no label. This is Yandles. It just they get a marker pen and mark the name on the price on it. I'm not sure what it is. I personally, like I say, it looks and it turns like oak, but the bark doesn't look oak. Maybe it's a massive tree and the bark looks different, and I don't know. But it's over an inch thick. This one is. So I've cut some blanks. This is a little bowl that I made yesterday out of it. Is it this one or that one? It's that one. I mean, you can see that it looks like oak. You know,
That doesn't look very oak to me.
But look at it. That one looks a little bit warped.
Yeah, so
Yes, that's warped already. Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? Look at that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to turn a little. I'm going to turn a little pot. I'm using two pieces, so it's going to be a two-part pot. Then it's going to be glued together. I don't have a hollowing chisel, so this is the way I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to put this piece of GPS. This is the. Shall I switch the camera so you can see? You don't really need to see me, do you? I know I like the sound and look of myself, but let's just. There you go.
there we go, people. There's a poll. Do you like the look and sound of Richard? So answers in the chat, please. There you go. So that's actually a better way to see it. I must confess, that camera you had that on made it look darker than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that camera is on top of the TV screen, and there's not much light over there, obviously, because I don't want the glare on the screen. But that's how it's turned out. I mean, can you see why I think it's oak of some description? I mean,
see, to me, Richard, it doesn't look like it's got any medullary rays that oak has.
Yep.
well, if you look there, can you see there?
Oh, it has there. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It has. Yes.
You see?
Yeah, it has.
That's why I'm thinking it's oak. Do you know what I mean? It's just confusing. It's
How
hard.
white is it? How white is it, do you think?
White.
Is it very white? Because
Yeah.
I mean, the camera just going with the camera is very white.
It is. It's very white. I mean, that has got paste on it. That's what's coloured it.
American oak, Wayne?
It could well be. It could well be. How does it cut? How does it cut, Rich?
It's very
Is it
dry.
very hard.
It's very
Yeah.
hard, very dry, and very dusty.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. So what I've done is I've cut this piece. Where is it? There it is. So I'm not sure which one this is, but it's the nice pearlescent, pearly kind of GPS. It's about 7 mil thick. And what I'm going to do with this, when that is all turned and glued up and all that, I'm going to sink this into the top, and then this is going to be the lid. But it's also, I'm going to drill holes in it so I can put potpourri inside there or something. I don't know.
All right.
So it looks like from here, and I might be wrong, it looks awfully like a bit of hard maple I'm holding.
Ah, right.
Yeah. And it's hard maple. Literally the label says hard maple.
Ah. All right.
So you've got the entire quantity of my expertise on this one. Going, it looks a bit like this.
So maybe. I mean, this is why I was questioning it. Look, it doesn't look like oak bark, does it?
We need a Canadian here any minute now.
Can you see? That doesn't look like oak, does it? Look, it's
No,
reddish.
that's not oak. Because it looks, for the piece I just held up and kind of held it to the camera and looked at it. Well, I mean, looked at it. I thought that looks like hard maple.
Yeah. Right.
Has a whitey pinky look from here. In this light, but when I take it outside, it's got a slightly yellowish tinge.
Yeah, this has. This is. I mean, if you look at that side of it,
Yeah.
it's
So that's the
weird.
sum total of my tree matching ability. So, or wood matching ability. Have a piece. Go. That's close enough.
Yeah. Do you know the one we turned a couple of weeks ago? That's turned out quite nice. It's all lacquered up.
Yeah, that's turned out nice.
So that's turned out nice. It hasn't moved either. I was expecting it to move, but it hasn't budged at all. I mean, you can see there the top is still flat.
Yeah.
Anyway. Right then. Guys, I'll mute myself because you don't want to hear my lathe going, because this is loud because it's dry. So, and I'm going to have the where are we? I'm going to have this sucker on the go as well.
Nick, the king of sanding, says, let's call it oak and get on with turning.
Okay, then. Let's do it.
I don't know if you heard, Rich, but I said Andy's in as well.
Oh, Andy's in the...
Yeah.
Oh, is he back? He's not
Backstage?
backstage, is he?
Oh, I don't know if he's backstage. He hasn't
You coming
said.
in, Andy?
He's certainly in the chat.
Oh, okay. The link's there, Andy, if you want to come in. Hopefully one of the guys will let me know if you're there.
Yeah, when Andy comes in, let's all hide. It's all gone quiet, said Rhubarb.
It's all gone quiet over there.
It's probably a chant at many a small football stadium and large.
Yes, and large, yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
I've managed to join the Fingers Club again.
Andy's not coming in. Jacob's pushing his luck a bit tonight.
Jacob's making a thing of this. Good luck, mate. Remember, he can't have any Jaffa cakes unless he's a good boy. So, while we're getting into all of this, how is everyone?
Well, Stace is asking Andy if Jacob's okay.
Stace!
Never saw you come in unless you've just popped in and spoken.
As I was saying, I've just managed to join the Fingers Club again. Well, I didn't really. It wasn't on camera. Nor was it involving any kind of skewage.
It's okay, Dale. The one I did yesterday will make up for the one you've done today.
It wasn't involving any skewage. It was simply a good old-fashioned Stanley blade. And I was changing it.
All right.
It wasn't one of those ones. Where you make enough, you injure yourself sufficiently to invent swear words. I just recycled some old ones. Oh dear, my word!
Yes, was being a ninja. She was high background.
I've now got a soundtrack for that in my head.
And Andy's saying about Jacob that he is being one of them soft and smelly things.
I believe the language here we should go over. He's just being a small poo. Stace. Not a big poo, something of a small poo. Max. Young Nick says, like Max then.
Go on, please, Animal Kids.
You me both, mate. Well, I'm not aware of any kids. Kind of thing. And neither is Sanye, and she would know. I'll swap you. I'll have Jacob, and you have Max. I reckon there's there's possible the willingness to make that trade may be revealing, young Andy. You need a Chris Fisher, the blind wood turner speed sizer.
Except they're out of stock.
I took delivery of mine the other week.
My daughter's asked me what I want for my birthday next week. I think I might point her in the direction of one of those, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, I think Leona was trying to buy one yesterday, and I think they're out of stock at the moment.
You can back order though, I think, if you try to order them from
the
website.
You can back order, yeah.
Anything that helps Mr. Fisher and that helps us has got to be a good idea, TM. To be fair though, I've got some calipers that are set to the right size anyway.
Yeah, me as well.
We've got this barbecue coming up when we can go all out on it, make some bowls because of a tendency to go missing. All this stuff. I make some bowls. Saying that to us is about make some bowls if we're going to do a barbecue, with a wok. Find, the next thing you know, somebody who's half cut puts cigarettes out and them gone from being food bowls to being ashtrays.
Oh, wonderful.
Or maybe they're just telling me how much they appreciate my turning. I don't know. Mini Viking for Mini Pyro.
Rich, the next time you stop, in the Sorby kit that you got, did you get any scrapers in there? Just the next time you stop. You don't have to stop now.
Nathan's in.
Oh,
you apologise for being late.
Nathan. I'm quite well, Nathan. Thanks for asking. Well, he is asking everybody, not just me.
I'm feeling vexed, Nathan, and the resin experiment I thought would work has turned out to be somewhat troublesome. But I've learned a lot in the process. Vexed. Right. Yeah.
Colin is wishing Sarah a happy anniversary for tomorrow.
Happy anniversary, young Sarah.
Sarah and Chris.
Christopher Walker is in the house. Oh, happy anniversary for Sarah and Chris.
Oh, Nathan's saying he's just about to dip his toe in the resin casting game.
I'm experimenting. So most of the resin work I do is flat work, Nathan. I'm experimenting with some fast set resin. And I'm discovering I really like the fact that the slow set stuff finds all the nooks and crannies by itself. This requires more pre-work. So getting rid of air bubbles is a little more troublesome with a fast set. Oh, hello. Yeah, it just needs a little bit more. Need to think about. There's definitely an appropriateness. The goal was to try and be able to do 4 or 5 pours in a day. It's not quite working out how I want. More research, more fiddling before I put on a project. Illuminate. I'm shaking my fist at you. I'm watching on a 75-inch monitor NASA special. Cool.
Bloody hell.
That's like the one we've got in the living room. However, if you want to watch a big screen, you want to go out to the garden studio. There we have a 130-inch projection screen.
Bloody me.
If you're going to watch a major event, that's where you want to be.
Well, I've decided, that main camera that I use for the head-on shot, I've decided to bin that.
Yeah, I think that's a wise move. It's a troublesome child.
Half the time it's switching itself off now. Even plugged in and with the hub switch on it just switches itself off for no reason.
It's being a troublesome child. So, Nathan's asking, what's Rich turning?
Yeah, Rich is turning a pot, a 2-piece pot, which is going to have a piece of GPS in the lid part of it, and that is then going to be drilled so we can make it into a potpourri pot. The more I look at that, the more it looks like poplar, but it's not poplar because it's too hard.
No.
It is really hard. It's very dusty, as you can see. It turns around. Nice.
Yeah, David's asking, what are the best cameras to put in the workshop?
Cheap ones. I'm a fan of a Lotad 1080p, but anything that's in that neck of the woods. Buying right now is a mistake, though, unless you really, really feel the need to, because there's a scarcity and the prices have risen because of that. But a 1080p Chinese camera won't do you too much harm. You should be paying in a normal time anywhere between 20 and 40, unless you buy in bulk. If you want to know any specific brands, Fingers, message me after this, and I'll send you a few links to some options to look at.
Right, Nick's in with you. I've turned the shavings look too light in colour. Well, the thing is, Nick, there are that many different types of oak that they can actually go from very, very light all the way through to very, very dark brown.
I should have asked
a couple of things there, Tommy. He's not using Yorkshire Grit. He's using Axe Paste, which is a different type of product. Rich, if you want to talk about Axe Paste.
It's a sanding paste, same as I'm not saying it's the same, but it's just a sanding paste. That's all it is. There's loads of different brands out there. People are making it themselves. I mean, the recipe is no secret anymore. But I just happen to have this stuff.
Tommy's saying he just saw the black tub.
Black tub? This one?
Yeah.
This is the paste, and then I'm going to put the polish and restore on there. But it works the same. I mean, you just go over it until the paper towel is clean, There is actually, I don't know if Jen's in is Jen in the chat?
No, she's not in. Not so far anyway.
Okay. Oh,
Nick. Jen's done 2 comparison videos. The first one she did was a good few months ago now, where she compared Yorkshire Grit, Axe Paste, and a homemade one by Kim Tippin. And then she did another one last week, I think it was, which compared the 3 of them again, putting them on resin.
yeah, I've seen that. She wasn't quite happy with the first one, so she done another one, didn't she? That, you know.
And I've got to say, in both the videos that she did, it was as far as I'm concerned, it was a very fair comparison.
Yeah, it was. It was, yeah. And the fact, the only difference between the 3, in terms of the piece that she was turning, it was the same resin. It was Total Boat resin, just coloured differently. But yeah, it was very fair, I think.
Oh, GSG Woodworking's in. Good evening.
Okay, so that's the bottom. I'm sorted. Let's flip it around now.
I was asking earlier on, Rich, in the the Sorby kit that
Yeah.
you've got, did you get any scrapers in there?
I did, yeah.
Did you get the box scraper?
I'll show you the one I've got, actually. Let's see here. So, right, where are we? Yeah, so it's that one I've got,
Right.
which
Did,
is...
did you get any of the scraper tips?
No, only
All
these.
right. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yours is more the gouges one, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, look at this. That looks pretty deadly. That does.
That's my favourite tool.
Yeah. I must say the parting tool, I've tried that, and it is really thick. To be honest, it is really thick.
Yes, I've got that one in the kit that I got from David. I've got to say, I much prefer the diamond shaped parting tool because it leaves a space, so there's less chance of it binding up.
Yeah.
Well, TV's got the run.
Oh, right. So that's the bottom on there now. Let's take that out. I'm going to mute myself again.
Yeah, it was, Nick, but let's not go into that. These things happen. Nick's just saying there, both of Jen's videos were good, just a shame what happened with the first one. Yeah, we'll not bother going there on that one. Oh, Doug's in. Evening, Doug. Doug said, nothing happened to the first one, just a nice friendly smile. And then he said, I'll go there. Okay, Doug, you've gone there. Yeah, Nick, I know that's what you were on about. Evening, Steve. Steve SK Crafts is in.
Well, let's make it pop out because it was going on now.
There's been
StreamYard was so laggy. So laggy.
Right. There's just been a bit of discussion going on about the videos that Jen put out about the
I was definitely
comparison
still here for
between-
that. I was just trying to get to the pop
All
out because it was just so laggy. It was like ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, there's Douglas. Hello, Douglas. Doug. And young Steve. Hello, young Steve. How are you?
Oh, Wayne of the Big Feet is in. Good evening, Wayne. Good evening, Valerie.
Various feeties, large and small. A protuberance.
Oh,
Into the picture there.
that's the word I was going to use.
just was just the word, wasn't it?
Oh,
SK's unemployed for a couple of days.
no, he's unemployed again. It lasted, well, 2 days. Right.
Well, have you got any work on Thursday, mate? You can do my lunchtime live if you want. If you're off, if you're not available, I'll do it. Sort of thing. But let you test your rig again. I was going to do the finishing and pug wash, but that'll easily keep.
Yeah. Steve, is that due to orders not being in, or is it due to something else?
We're being kept in suspense here. Do you think he knows where the keyboard is? Been at all those shavings.
I'm sure he does. Well, looking at what he's just built to have his computer on, I don't think it'll be under shavings.
No work. Was doing a barn conversion. Dale fell through, so she hasn't got the guns to carry on. No worries, mate.
Right,
What to do then is you pick up that. If you're not busy, you pick up that Thursday lunchtime live and get in there. I've got something I can do on it. I'm certainly available, but you know what I mean, mate. You jump in.
Dougie said who? Now I'm not sure what Dougie's referring to.
Who? What? When? Where?
How?
Do you remember how? Used to be on SCV. Oh, that was a mad show.
Right, it looks like Steve has said okay to you, Dale, about Thursday. So it looks like we are having Steve in on Thursday lunchtime, doing live on Thursday lunchtime. So everybody tune in, go across to SK Crafts, give them some love. No, don't do that. Just go in and watch and enjoy.
Yeah.
Give them some support. That's the word I meant.
Yes. Preferably a surgical support. He's getting on a bit now.
Oh, Scott's in. Good evening, Scott. He's engrossed in making, I think that should be storage.
I think he's going mad.
Mike's saying, how was my favourite? Fred Burbridge. Yeah, I think that was his name.
Yes, something like that. Yep. It took me a little while to catch up with my own conversation there. Yes. It's a very odd show. Very odd show. Very of its era.
Mark was asking Scott how the stool is, and
it's
Scott
fine. It's
has
very
said
comfortable.
the stool is sorted. Oh, your battery's running out on that, Richard. The stool's sorted. It got squashed, and now he's chucked it in the bin.
Scott, I want you to understand and appreciate this, that I took delivery of 100 Jaffa cakes today.
Oh, dear. Jane brought through the packet of Aldi Jaffa
the square ones. The square ones.
To show on your show just before everything cocked up. Oh, you know what happened then? I got your battery's going low on your headphones. I got a message coming through saying that. So I plugged my headphones in and everything went tits up.
Tong. It was one of those. If it had been any other time, I would have stopped and helped, but it's kind of middle of the cut. We've got a new phone.
Well, nothing could help anyway. To start off with, I got back into the VMix thing. Then there was no sound.
We could see you. We could see you.
Yeah. I got no sound, but when I went on to YouTube, I could get sound. And then it ended up, I couldn't get into the VMix thing, so I thought, oh, bugger it.
I'll chuck a couple of packs in the box, mate. I'll drop past your house tomorrow. Actually, it won't be tomorrow. We're closer to Friday. I'll make sure he's all right. Boy's all right. He's got a couple of banjos and 2 packs of Jaffas.
Scott hasn't got any money to buy Jaffas because he spends it on tools and wood.
No, he doesn't. He spends some of it in
Good
Jaffas.
evening, Donna. How are you?
Hello, Donna. How are you? Apparently, Dake's getting a hello again. You know, I mean, I reckon.
Colin's put in hello, love Angela.
Oh. Is this the Miss Bella's approach gathering in 2020?
That's what it is. Wait until about 10 o'clock and Claire will come in.
I'm a bit worried about Donna's ring finger. She gets that. She comes up with Dake quite a few times. I'm just trying to think of the keyword. What one would be pushing it for me? I have a ring finger in my right hand. You know. Stop being meanie. Sorry, Donna.
Well, Steve's asking Scott if his ball has turned up yet. And Donna is telling you to stop being a meanie.
Yep. A blue meanie. So am I.
See, I'm not dyslexic. I'm just old and my fingers don't work properly. Did I see the bits it turned on Sunday? Was that the metallic ball, Steve?
Well, hold on a thought. Rich, have you, when you're going to put the, I mean, this is you onto the lid now, right?
It is, yeah.
I mean, in terms of making it fit, how are you going to line up the two bits? What's your plan for making them fit?
I think he said he was going to glue them.
I put a recess in this one, and I'm doing it just like you would do a lidded pot.
Okay.
So this is the female. This is going to be the male. I'm going to just pop them together with a nice tight fit, and then I'm going to glue them.
Okay.
And then when that's done, I'll switch the whole thing around, and then I'll face the top of it.
Finish off.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just wondered when you were. The reason I asked the question. Sorry, the reason I was asking the question. It's just. I mean, it's not something I make a lot of. But you've obviously finished the bottom one. Is the top one got enough meat on it to take it down to it?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, so the top lid. I mean, if is it going to be a matched lid? You know, I mean, dead on, or are you going to design the lid slightly differently? Sorry.
No, it's going to contour.
Okay.
Contour, if that makes sense.
All right. Cool. Understand.
Once this is
see if you can line the crane up when you're doing it, Rich.
Sorry. Line the grain up. This is.
if you can.
Yeah, I don't think.
I know it's from the same plant, and you put two different bits out.
Yeah. What I was going to do is alternate the grain anyway to keep it from.
All right, okay, that's fine. Grand.
Although I've finished the top of this one, it's still going to be taken down slightly because there's no way of me getting it absolutely bang on until I've glued it and then shaped it again. So
yeah.
Cool. And that's why I didn't bother doing anything with the inside. I just roughed it out, sanded it. You're not going to be able to get in there because you're going to put the potpourri in from the top. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
All right, mate.
It's still not smooth.
Got it, young man. Got it.
In answer to Steve's question that he asked me
Oh.
just before there, yes, I did see that, Steve. Although it did come in a bit late, but I did see you finish that piece of wall art off, and very nice it was as well.
I've got applied to every winging its my way to me. Young Scott, a whole slew of 700 by 400, 700 by 300, and 600 by 400, all in 3mm, winging its way towards me from down in Wales, boyo. Down in Abergavenny.
I'm going to have to get some more jewellery done.
Yeah?
On the jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Sorry, scroll saw. I keep on saying jigsaw.
I was going to make a comment about who you make the jewellery for? You need to use a jigsaw. It's a big lady or a big chap.
Mm-hmm.
King Kong wants $. That's where I was going with that.
So Steve's asking, do you think the colours are a bit bold? Well, Steve, did you see the multi-centre one that I turned?
Oh, just nearly.
I mean, those colours were bold. I mean, I used a mixture of the Joe Sonia iridescent and the Joe Sonia on that one.
You know what they say, don't you? Only the very best wood turners cut themselves in a scroll saw.
Doug's saying it'll be forever known as a jigsaw to me now. Well, originally, Doug, they were known as jigsaws.
I tell you what, see these. A lot of people don't like these square carbides, but you know what? This has caused me more injury by holding the end of it and slicing.
Yes, and slicing.
Or just pinching the corner there and slicing my thumb open. But other than that,
most of the time though, is because it's got a round bottom, Rich, rather than a flat one. So you're having to keep it you're having to keep it square to the. I've got a bowl buster that to watch Wayne using to work out how to use it properly. But the bowl busters are they're the same. They've got a round base on it, so when you put it in the tool rest, you've got to hold it in position.
Yeah, this is.
You tend to hold it like a normal tool, whereas the square bottom ones are better.
I made this one myself. It's got a flat square bottom, so it rests on the. It doesn't.
Shouldn't have to put your hand up that far. Then I would have thought.
I don't know. It's just my style. I like to be in there, and I don't know.
You like to cut yourself. Oi, I'll cut you.
Yeah.
That's what she said, Nick. Sexmil A4 300. Sexmil is pretty good if you're building stuff, but I definitely prefer the 3mm when I'm making pictures. Definitely do. Had to be said, Nick. It's tradition. The only way you can improve on it is going, oh, matron. Mike, the Midnight Joker, says, flat bottoms, talk about bowl gouges, my girl's got 'em. I'm not sure I get the reference.
I think that's Fat Bottom Girls. The song.
Oh, going to take me down tonight. Oh, was it? There you go. Oh, going to take me down tonight. Oh, by the lathe on switch light. Oh, we're going to see this gouge hang on out. Flat bottom. There we go. That's not bad for just coming off the top of the head. Flat bottom something. You make the wood
the
turn
10 mil
round.
socket, and also the 13 mil socket as well. On spanners.
13 mil. Oh. And the 6 mil Allen key. I have discovered a fascination for 6 mil Allen keys by everybody except me, who seems not to have any.
Yeah, that's because some people start turning 6 mil Allen keys into very small hollowing tools.
It would appear to be the case. Queen, says Donna, absolutely. I'll just get my corgis right now. Oh, I see what you did there. Mark says, my niece's hubby is a carpenter, so he goes around, he's coming around to help me build a proper tool rack so I can have my laptop and camera on my trolley. Good man. Make sure you give him Jaffa cakes.
Doug's into you, Rich. Rich, your horny corner's in the way.
What did you say? My what?
Your horny corn.
Oh.
Tribulance.
Squeak.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right, Doug. It's getting glued up empty at the moment. Then Rich is going to flip it round, finish off the piece that is in the chuck at the moment. Then he's putting a lid in of GPS, which is going to get drilled, and then it's going to get filled with potpourri.
So here's the GPS. It's that pearly kind of transparent type of stuff. It's lovely stuff. So when this is dry, I'm going to leave this a couple of minutes. I know it's super glue and I've put activator on it, but when that's dry, I'm going to go around it again. So, what have we got going on here? Oh, excuse me.
Wasn't me. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything. Oh, sorry. Just an instinctive reaction there. My bad. Sorry.
Right, so we've got Donna, Doug. Who else we got? Steve. Dad's in.
Dad, father.
Scott's in. Don't forget, guys, this Thursday is Mark the Gentleman Woodturner's invasion.
And he never even bought him dinner.
I did Mike Walt today as well.
Oh, very good.
Right.
Very good.
Mike insisted in dinner.
Sorry?
Mike insisted. He never even bought Mark dinner. And Mike insisted in dinner.
Oh. Right then.
I'm changing Mark's name anyway. It's not Mark the Gentleman Woodturner anymore. It's Mark the Rock Ape.
The Rock Ape.
Rock Ape Turnings. There you go.
Rock
That
Ape,
works.
yeah. Rock Ape Turnings. Oh, that sounds good, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it's the cat in the sealed box experiment.
So you're talking about Heisenberg's experiment regarding quantum physics, regarding Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, regarding the cat being in two quantum states at the same time.
Is it dead or is it alive?
It's actually, that's not the question. It's positive. It's wrong. It's wrongly reported by most people. That's not the question. The question is, it's a superposition of both.
Shut up now.
I'll shut up now. You can tell I'm doing it. You can tell I'm doing a physics degree for kicks.
Right, David's asking, Rich, is there a series of invades? Oh, sorry. Is the series of invades full, or have you a few spaces left?
I've got. It's going to go on until people get bored of it, I reckon. But I will be visiting. I want to revisit people for next year's. So I'd imagine at the end of this year, it'll probably come to an end. But there's still plenty of spaces. If you want to get in touch, we'll do it.
See, the thing is, Rich, I don't think I don't think it'll come to an end because, in general, people are nosy and they like seeing other people's workshops.
I enjoy doing it. I love doing it, and that's not because I'm nosy. I just really want to promote the maker community. So it doesn't mean it doesn't matter. Even if you've got 5 subscribers, if you're a maker and you've got a maker space, get in touch. It isn't about the subscribers. It isn't about how popular you are. It's about promoting ourselves within the maker community, and inspiring each other. So if you're in the chat and you want to be invaded, don't even consider the amount of subscribers you've got. Just get in touch.
Can I be invaded?
I've invaded you.
That's already happened, hasn't it?
Well, it will happen again because I'll have to re-invade you, Dale.
Oh, at this time you're definitely buying me dinner.
And it won't be remotely either.
Oh, steady on, girl.
I'm going to do another.
I'd like to go and invade Wayne personally as well. So that'd be cool.
I quite enjoyed the live.
The live was good, yeah. I've got, I think I've got Carl Jacobson Thursday to do as well. Right then. Oh. That's actually quite light, that is.
It's because it's empty.
This is something I've discovered as well. See these magnet trays?
Yeah.
Great to stick on the side of your lathe, aren't they?
Oh, I've got one on the top of my lathe that's got everything in there.
I've put one on Thomas's lathe.
Everything?
Well, just about.
Do you want to see a sneak peek of Thomas's project?
No.
There it
Thomas
is.
That. That's not
I haven't showed you. It's a huge piece of Purple Heart. Huge.
Boss, you better be up for joining my making with friends then also. Protect yourself, Dale. I reckon you're right, Doug. I reckon some sort of body protector needs to be turned. I'll ask Jamie make something in the scroll sword to protect me.
Right, that one.
There, people, you can hear in his natural element the cry of the lesser spotted Beard 16. The cry that was made is as he reaches out to call on his mate to join him there while he
JP's in
handles
the house.
his
Good evening,
various
JP.
tools.
How the devil are you?
Mr. Page, as if by magic, a JP appeared.
Oh, he's been busy this day.
He has. I've seen pictures. Well done, sir.
Oh, Larry's in the house as well. Good evening, Larry.
Hey, Larry. How are you, sir?
Oh, Mark's speaking foreign again. Nick's saying he's looking forward to this month's meeting with makers. He's got a special guest. Are you going to give us a clue then, Nick? Or are you leaving it to desert? Doug's saying, what's a slab and why did you lay them? A slab is either a square or a rectangle piece of concrete,
See, I would have
which is
changed
flat,
that.
about two
So I would
inches.
have gone with something else. I would have gone, try this, right? Right, Doug. A slab is a derogatory term for choir boy. Just leave it and then just left it like that.
No,
That's what I would have done.
Yeah. Yeah, JP said a tile of concrete, you lay them down to make a floor. A bit like, if you look at Rich's floor at the moment, it looks like he's got slabs down. There you go. Okay, Nick. So he's leaving it a surprise for the special guest.
The beard's about to penetrate any minute now.
Yeah, but is that GPS going to fit straight in there? Has he left a step for it?
Sure.
So JP is saying for Nick's guest, 100 to 1, it's Chris Fisher.
I'll take that. I'll have 50 quid on that, JP. Actually, I'm lying. I'll have 20 pence.
Rich, Doug's telling you to tighten your chuck.
Come back. He doesn't mean the chickens.
I don't know if he meant actually tighten it on the onto the lathe or use the tightening points to. Yeah,
Is that what they're called? Tightening points.
that's what I call them.
It's as good a name as any. That's why I was asking. Seems a good point because I just always says, those spots in the. So if they had a proper name, I'm right behind that. That catch has his piece wobbling. That's what she said, Doug. I know if you lost another 20 pence to me, JP, that would be us on to 60 pence in the last week. At this rate, I'll be able to retire to the Cotswolds with a packet of Jaffa Cakes. Exactly right. He's on his own on this one, Doug. No JP to act as oh heck, baseball reference. Guy who catcher. I'm just gonna say catcher. I don't know what the guy is that stands behind the batter. Is that what they're called? Batter? Yeah. It's all foreign to me. I've been to 3 Major League American baseball games, and I still have no idea what's going on. Apart from some chap has to run round. Catcher. Good man, Mark. How's Google tonight? Is she well?
Yeah, Doug already said that catcher is correct.
Yeah. We spent 6 hours there taking a long time to get drunk because would only let us have 2 beers at a time. I felt like I was in a Vegas pinball machine at various stages.
Mark saying he lived in America for 10 years. He was a catcher for his junior high team.
I now have a vision of Mark as some sort of slightly British Charlie Brown figure. There may be pictures later tonight.
The only reason I get a Mark is some sort of ape sitting on a hillside begging for food in Gibraltar.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he's called the Rocky.
Batu Caves is like that in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. Little cheeky monkey, literally the cheeky monkey stole a can of Sprite out of my hand. Expensive taste, the monkeys. Charlie Brown was way cooler. Oh, hold the phone.
Oh, has Richard gone to a French fit here?
French fit?
Yeah, Toulouse.
Good one. I need to put that in the back pocket for a rainy day. Like it.
JP saying to Mark, when you came back to the UK, you were a keeper, Mark, not a catcher.
I'm on to my last batch of Coronitas. When I say batch, I do mean a grand total of 24 bottles. Just saying.
See, it's a potpourri lid, so it has to come off easy anyway, so it isn't really too loose.
Poking it.
I wanted it a little bit snugger than that, but I think if it's
That's
too
what she
tight,
said.
you're never gonna get it off. You're never gonna get it out.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I said.
Definitely what she said.
I learned that lesson from doing a little pot. I'll tell you what. I'll show you it here. I made this one quite a long time ago. I dropped it on the floor, so the finial destroyed it. But I made it that tight. Oh, there's the finial there. Look, there's a little finial that went on top. But I made it that tight, I couldn't get it off, so I had to make a finial to go on. I had to put it on the lathe and pierce it and glued this on, and so otherwise it was just a pot that you couldn't remove the lid. There's no way you're getting your fingers underneath it. See, that's my story.
Definitely knew a girl who was a bit like that. She wouldn't let you get your fingers underneath it. She's quite upset. Very, 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 very well kept lady.
This is my special attachment. See this here? This goes into this bit.
Is there an elephant in there with you? I'm sure I had an elephant. I did. Look at that. I can hear it trumpeting in the background. I hope it's something else trumpeting and not you. Nurse, the screens. I need a catchphrase, folks, from Captain Pugwash for a post. What did give us a phrase that Captain Pugwash used to say?
Oh God, I can't remember yesterday. Never mind that far back. Ian in the shed has just come in. Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
I think where you based in was one of Captain Pugwash's phrases.
Keith's just come in. Good evening, Keith. He's just been decorating county headquarters of Circular Wood. Doug's saying when he grows up, he's going to get a hairdo like Richard has.
Oh, with a unicorn's horn sticking out the front.
Whoops. Oh, Rich, please get some handles on that.
Mm-hmm. That sound thin, says Scott's dad. I guess I can see the keys now.
There you go. How's that?
Grand.
Much better.
That was purely for safety's sake. I said that, Rich.
On the computer, phone, keys, hard work. Reset, imminent, help, help. And then radio silence from SK Crafts. Feel it's a bit harsh, Mark? Doug, your hair growing days are behind you, just saying. So I have a question. Ian, is it one shed or two sheds? Getting old, eyesight going, or need a bigger phone? That's one for the follically challenged gentleman. That's one from a follically challenged gentleman to another. Good Lord. Only one day I'm trying to persuade my better half. Let me have a second one. Then you'll be Ian in the two sheds. And various Monty Python sketches were born. Ian, two sheds. Good one, Doug.
Doug's saying, Ian between the sheds.
That means getting two new stickers, and I've still got lots to give away. Ian, two sheds. Donna says, I've just had a haircut, got 12 inches of hair off, and it's still down to my shoulder blades. Well, hold the phone. That sounds that sounds an attractive look, young Donna. Doesn't work on the beard, though. He's got it all the way down to his shoulders from the back, from the top of his head, the back of his head, and the front of his face.
To tell you the truth on it, if my hair was that long, I wouldn't have had it cut.
But that's because you're a wood Jedi. You've got to go with it. Unless you're Samuel L. Jackson. Of course, I was about to say Jedis have got long hair. No, it's not true. Samuel L. Jackson doesn't.
I might flog this if anyone wants to buy it when it's done. If it turns out any good, that is.
Stace reckons her hair is down to her elbows. Does anyone want it? You keep that hair, young lady. Don't want you catching cold.
funny. My hair just gets to a certain length and stops growing.
My hair gets any length on top of my head. I'm surprised. JP suggesting that Nick should get it cast in it and then turn it as a bowl. Oh, Steve is asking a very direct question. He says, Stace, is that from your armpits or from your head?
Oh my God. Oh, you're in trouble, Sunshine. You are definitely in trouble.
Yeah, that's slapping material, that is.
JP is reminding us all that he made a Christmas ornament from Pat Lapp's beard shavings.
Yes, he did.
Dougie is saying peach fuzz was left. Peach fuzz has left the top of my head. Good Lord.
Mike is saying, have you tried Yorkshire Grit, Doug? I think Doug said earlier on he is going to be using it in the video he's doing this week.
The Flaming Turner, I think that's worse than calling her a Brummie. Oh, wait, he'll hide now.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Nick.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Brummies.
I feel that, and I might be wrong in this, I thought Stace was a Yam Yam.
She is.
She is, yeah.
Sarah Walker is saying, beautiful, Richard. Are we talking about red? Wait, Sarah, you're going to have to qualify that. We're talking about the way he's making or him himself.
No, she's talking about me, myself, not what I'm making.
You know, because we might want to challenge a view.
Yeah, I've got to say, your white stickers in the post.
You know, we might want to challenge a view, mate, if that's a view you're holding.
I'm going to just run over this again with the wire, I think. Just to clean that out.
Donna's mum still thinks I'm commentating on the golf. And here at the 18th hole, Richard is lining up. He hits a 6-foot putt on a slide slope. The gentle breeze blowing in from the Firth of Clyde. If you wait, the crowd has gone quiet. It's this putt to have him win the Open this year. But no, he's ballsed it up and he stormed off to the pub. Yelling, that orange git can keep this course. Yum yums have got nothing to do with Brummie, says your dad.
The neighbours.
Stace is offering that a Yam Yam is someone from the Black Country here in England.
That's correct, yeah.
JP Woodwork says beardy breeze makes him feel fine.
Fine.
Apparently Sarah's a Brummie, says Christopher Walker.
Is Christopher Walker?
There's no wrong with Brummies, and there's no right with them either.
He's here all week.
You went wrong there.
Yeah, Stacey's a Yam Yam, but it's funny calling her a Brummie. I reckon it's dangerous calling her a Brummie, but there we are. Apparently Jannas are people from Cornwall. Mark, do you have any views on people from Bristol? What are they called? Given you drove a bus there? Yum yum is a word to describe someone from Kent. It's good to know, JP. Do you know how they refer to people from Cali?
Scott's saying, are we allowed to go to the Black Country now, though? Yes, of course we are. Jesus wept.
Okay. Right then. So I've got a couple.
Angela Rye is offering Bristolians. Babas is what Mark is suggesting. I could get behind the idea of baguettes. Multicolored country, says SK Crafts. I think the sign said Black Country. I might be wrong on that.
It's the Black Country because of the industry.
Because
of all the coal mines and the smog.
I was gonna ask that too, Scott. You can't use that word here at the moment. Love Angel says, young Donna, where I was born, the nickname is Dodge City, but I don't know the nickname from where she's from. Christopher Walker, the smog of Brum.
I wonder how different it is now because of the lockdown and less cars in the major cities. If it's made a difference to the smog.
It has indeed. It has indeed. You can go onto a couple of websites and see it.
Wow.
Raised the temperature of the world slightly because it was unknown to a lot of people was the so-called chemtrails, but really they mean evaporation trails that come off the wings of airplanes. Actually reflected more light back. So reflected heat back. So the temperature of the world's gone up a slight bit because of the lack of air travel.
All right.
Because of all the pollution, shouldn't it be the brown country and not the black country? Wayne of the Big Feety says, it certainly has made a difference here in Sheffield. Have you guys noticed that they've knocked down the water tower yet? The water cooler tower.
I did have a Dremel here somewhere. Where's it gone?
They says, because of the coal mines, JP, men used to go down, clean and become back black as night because they were covered in soot. I believe that's soot. I think she was asking about soot. I might be wrong, Stacey. Help me.
No, you're right.
It's unburnt coal. It's unburnt coal dust soot, then.
I'm going to go all Andy Hill on this sucker now.
What, you're going to grow a beard and turn yourself into a Viking?
I'm going to Dremel the crap out of it. And I have got a little too far away.
Doug's asking how it's spelled. Is S-O-O-T, Doug.
Blue Light Thunder says it's made a difference in Croydon. You can finally see the top of the IKEA towers now. You're absolutely right, Donna. There used to be lots of coal mines in Clackmanshire.
Yes, and I'm from a coal mining area as well.
Dumfries?
No. County
I'm joking,
Durham.
mate. I'm joking, mate.
No, you. Mind you, further up the road from Dumfries was.
You don't have to go far up the road from you.
Coal mining area.
You know, it's Sanker, and then around
Sanker
that way. Yeah. You don't need to go far.
I know if you're buying a house in the Black Country now, you have to have mining fees and stuff. I mean, is that like all over the country, or is that just the Black Country in Birmingham and that? And
no, it's in all mining areas.
Oh right, okay. Right.
Right, okay.
I've got Angela I in. Well, sorry, Angela. I live in East Lanarkshire. Wall-to-wall coal mines and mills. Oh, Lancashire, East Lancashire, sorry, not Lanarkshire, East Lancashire.
Lanarkshire's a good place.
Yeah, Lanarkshire, a lot of coal mines up there.
Scott's asking a good place to buy good price blanks. JP's offering. He gets mine. He gets his from me when I run out of. When I buy them the cheapest I possibly can from Chris up in air, and then I run out of space. Sell it to him.
Well, I'm going to give this guy from the Buccleuch Estate
Definitely
a ring
have to.
tomorrow.
You definitely have to. If he's charging, we can all chip in. We can all chip in and buy. I mean, does he? Do you think he sell trees or he's going to sell offcuts? I mean, what do you think?
It's either going to be. I'm not very sure if they've got a mill there to mill them, but the majority of stuff that they're bringing down at the moment is obviously ash, because that has to be cleared, and larch as well, because that has to be cleared.
Does it? Disease?
Yeah, especially with ash.
It's going to be hard to turn that in a few years. It's going to be hard to get.
That's the same as elm with Dutch elm disease. There's not a whole hell of a lot of elm about these days, and it's going to be the same with ash in a few years because of the I can't remember what the disease is. It's some sort of mite, but it affects all ash and it travels a lot as well. So ash has to be cleared. So I'll give him a bell tomorrow, see what he's got. Like I say, they've got 35,000 acres of woodland, so
I've just posted the final dry fit pictures on Instagram for Captain Pugwash. If anyone wants to go and have a look.
Very good. I will do that after Rich is finished.
You all right, Rich? You've not joined the Fingers Club, have you?
No, I'm trying to get my chair sorted because my back's hurting me. Been bent over too far. Oh. Anyway.
That's his Fred. Die back. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, says JP. Is Bruce Willis in that, Fred? Live free, die back. So I don't know.
Well, David saying Richard Phelan brought him some elm and olive ash last week when he came to visit. I love olive ash. It's absolutely gorgeous.
The ash tree won't be joining us for the rest of its life.
So tomorrow night I'm turning a piece of yew that I received
I've got all my bits. I never noticed anything missing.
From Scott.
Oh yeah. Fingers is saying Richard Phelan brought me some. Oh, sorry, you read that, Ella. My bad. Christopher Walken. I keep reading Christopher Walken. It says Christopher Walker. That's what, every time I see it, I replace that R with an N when I'm looking. I told you I was dyslexic, Donna. That's what happens, Rich, when you're in your chicken coop trying to lay an egg. That's why your back's hurting, eh? I say it, boy. That's not how you lay eggs, son. Let me show you.
GP saying Rich is having back problems. Scott's got a bad leg. Maybe there should be a bad stool club.
I think you're right, JP. I think we're onto something there. I think it needs to be affiliated to the Fingers Club, obviously, and the Funnel Club, but nonetheless, I do think so. You're absolutely right, Donna. Foghorn Leghorn. Hashtag stool sample. Yeah, that'd be hashtag teams to stool sample. Doesn't Scott have poo pots in his workshop for storage? I can't remember.
No, it was urine pots.
Was it urine pots? Ah,
yeah,
there we are.
Urine pots.
I think you should have told me that and agreed with me that it was poo pots and we could have had some fun with it.
Well, some of them of the same size are used for stool samples.
Poop. Where's Baza? We need you to come up with a baby shark that involves the word poop. Mark's offering hashtag bad stools. I'm offering hashtag that last one was Jaggy.
You can also have wingers and hingers.
Oh, there's the one hashtag wingers and hingers. Sarah says Chris will have a bad back if he keeps lipping me. Before that, she said Chris will have a bad back if he keeps slipping me. Ooh, our missus. I think you might want to keep that between the two of you.
Nick's asking, anyone know a cheap place for slimline pen kits? Yeah, the bin.
Mark has come back with baby poop, 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 poop. The stool sample one couple of spoons says hi Jane.
No, that was me. I was letting them out that time.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Wayne let the dogs out. Woof, woof, woof. Sorry. Colin says, go on, Sarah, give him a slap. And Sarah's responded, I will, Colin, lipping us brummies. Good turned daily. Blair is in. Boy, did I come in at the wrong time.
Hey, Blair.
Previously on the Beard 16. One half of the conversation is talking about stool samples, and the other one wants to give lip to a brummie.
Steve's answering to Nick. eBay do slimline pen kits 5 for £10.
Baby poop 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 poop. Where's Bazza when you need him?
Good evening, Mountain View Turner. How are you? Rich, Andy's backstage.
Handy Andy is backstage boyo. He wants to come in and help teach you how to do it. I'm not sure where I've got that accent from. It doesn't bear any resemblance to anything useful.
No, not really.
No, really. I'm so sorry.
I think
I apologize, people.
Welsh.
No, I think it was. I actually think it was supposed to be Cornish, but it's just going so badly wrong. You think it's Welsh?
All right, okay.
It may have been Irish at some stage in its evolution too. Wayne of the Big Feeties is saying Axminster are cheap, Nick, but it's the minimum order for free delivery that gets you. That's why I bought absolutely barrel loads of scroll saw blades. Rich, I don't know if you can hear us, but Andy is backstage.
Can you ask him what he wants?
Andy, what do you want?
Evening, Andy.
Bye.
Hello, Andy. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, wonderful people?
Splendid on this evening. Splendid. Going to go in the house and attack some wonderful curry my wife weighed earlier on. I suspect there's leftovers. Which she's probably planning to have for lunch tomorrow, but that plan may be curtailed.
Yeah, I made venison curry yesterday.
Did you really?
I did.
I like venison.
I'm treating myself to an ice cream.
Are you?
How's Jacob? Has he gone to sleep?
Which flavour?
Finally. Oh, I tell you. Hi, Steve. Hi, guys. Evening all.
Which flavour of ice cream? I want to know.
It's almond, like Magnum thing.
Too posh for me. Get out.
I didn't fancy the dark chocolate.
What happened to vanilla? Why don't people just have vanilla?
Oh,
Vanilla's
nice
awesome.
one.
It's too rich. The dark one.
No, it's not.
And I
There's no
didn't
parts of
fancy
a
the
beard in
milk
it.
one.
Andy says almond wrong.
Steve had
Says JP.
venison on Saturday on the barbecue.
What's wrong with almond?
Christopher Walker's off.
Christopher Walken is off. I'm off, guys. You know.
See you later.
Been told I have to put me shackles back on and see you next week. SK wants to be wrapped in bacon with his mouth watering while he's thinking about it.
That was his venison he had on the barbecue. Which was wrapped in bacon. Oh, very nice, Steve.
I do prefer my interpretation. I'm sorry. I mean, I understand yours is technically accurate, Wayne, but I definitely think mine is more entertaining.
Angela's got a raspberry Magnum. Ooh.
Oh, la-di-da. Too posh. Get out. Come back when you've had vanilla.
Yeah, but it's got
Maybe.
vanilla ice cream in it. That'd be like
Not
vanilla
properly.
vanilla. It's
Just vanilla. That would be just vanilla. You know, I mean, it's kind of they sort each other out.
no.
Okay, doke. Beardy coming back.
Oh. Beardy, come back.
Beardy come back. I feel there's some sex. Oh, hello. That may spoil the aesthetic if there's a huge big bit of painter's tape on it. What's the plan, Rich?
So I was just talking to myself. So I was just sharing my plan with myself there for a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to concave this in now. Just slightly. Just going to slightly dish it and then flip it around and polish it.
That's what she said.
Angela's got Kelly's Cornish ice cream too. Very nice.
Oh.
The Kelly's potted cream Cornish ice cream is absolutely magic.
Super
Are
squishy.
you wanting to know how many people are in, Rich?
Yes, please.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
5. No.
5. All right. Okay.
37.
Don't exaggerate. It's really
Are you
only
trying to
6.
make me feel better. I bet there's only you three in it. Huh?
There's 6 and 2 people are out there pretending to be everybody else.
Yeah,
They're doing very well. They keep.
I got my mum's out there.
Your dad didn't even show up. He sent a sub.
No, Dad said he couldn't do it. That would be just my old man to say.
Scott the Blue Light Tunnel says, "PD come back with me colour TV and my CD collection of Bob Marley."
Oh,
Mark the Gentleman Woodturner, one of the benefits of living in Cornwall, ice cream and clotted cream. I don't know. If you're up kind of where Donna is, it's not dead on, but where Donna is, there's Carnoustie ice cream. Carnoustie is awesome.
yeah, but Cornwall got pasties. Sorry. Oh, but you've got whiskey. Oh no.
We've got ice cream. We have got deep fried Mars bars. We have haggis.
Okay.
We invented golf.
No.
We have whiskey. Spare tire. Inflatable tire. Tarmac on the roads. Telephone. TV. We'll keep going, shall we? Or shall we? Orlandi's and Sun ice cream in Alloa. Oh hell! Listen to the girl. Damn you! Right, trip to Edinburgh. Try it, Steve. Just try it. On this channel, we refer to as either Jimmy Cranky, Mark, or Mary Doll. Never by a proper name.
Jimmy Cranky. It's Jimmy Cranky.
Oh. Then I know roughly where you are, Donna, because I know where Orlandi's is. Roughly.
Larry says clotted cream. Is that like our cheese curds? I have no clue.
No, I don't think so.
Don't think it is. No, totally different. Totally different.
Clotted cream's cream, isn't it? Just mushy cream.
Yeah.
Wayne of the Big Fitties offers ice cream in Sheffield is crap, but Colonia, Italy, it is the best in the world, and sadly, we're not going there this year. Mark
But
of the
there's a difference there, is there not, Wayne? Not gelato you get in Italy rather than ice cream. Or gelato. I'm not very sure how it's pronounced.
gelato, I think, is Italian. And Mark, the Gentleman Woodturner, offers Larry, clotted cream is just a thick cream that forms on the top of milk. Larry, knowingly scratching his beard, said, "Ah."
Yeah, I'm not much help when it comes to dairy products and how it's made. You milk the cow, you leave it in a bucket.
It comes out the cow.
To sheep in the field, first sheep says, "Bah." Second sheep says, "Moo." First sheep looks at the second sheep and goes, "Bah." Second sheep goes, "Moo." First sheep goes, "Sheep don't go moo, sheep go bah." Second sheep says, "Yeah, but I'm learning a foreign language."
Oh, no.
Life.
Yeah, that's a dad joke. I like it. It amuses me.
Good. 2 nuns in the bath.
Not going there.
You distracted Rich then. He nearly lost his sandpaper.
His fidget.
Oh, his abranet, sorry.
Wayne of the Fitties says it's the original ice cream from Italy. Frozen yogurt in Italy is totally different from here as well. Is it?
Yes, Mark.
Mark is
told it we
Mark is completing the joke.
I know.
Feel free to read it, folks. One whole channel get taken down because of that joke. Wasn't YouTube, just everyone fell on the floor.
Evening, Richard. Richard Phelan's in.
Hi, Richard.
Two cows in the field. First cow goes moo.
Second cow goes, you're trying to speak to that sheep over there.
It's exactly the line, mate. You got to set that joke up.
Penny Licks would have been a good Bond girl name.
So with Flangy McFudface, but we don't talk about that.
Wayne of the Big Feet is saying, and proper Italian pizza in a wood-fired oven is the bee's knees pizza. Should only ever be cooked on a wood-fired oven. Why do you think I've got a wood-fired pizza oven, Wayne?
Oh, yeah.
It's Lulworth Cove, Colin. Not Colworth. Just in case anyone's actually interested.
Just saying. Just in case everybody's shooting off now down to Colworth Cove and gets lost.
Well, that's it. You know, it's near Wareham. It's quite nice. There's a castle by it. It's fallen down, mind.
Scott's dad is saying, Rich, he's not keen on the blue artwork.
Oh. Sorry, mate. I'll change it for you if you want.
It's a bit sticky
No,
for
leave it
some.
there, Rich. I think it looks cool. He's saying red would look better.
Let's get it, gouge it again and give it a stroke. I think we can get some red on it that way.
Okay.
Fresh from the tap, so to speak.
Pardon me.
You're excused.
No, he isn't. Condemned. Flamington has done that. He says he's done that. It's not fun, Dale. What, burped
What
on
was
camera, Nick? I think he must have burped on camera. It wasn't fun. Did you bring up your lunch?
Good.
The states have to go pat and then you burp. Used to be a good pub with a lot of specialty cheeses near Corfu. Can't remember what it was called. The Special Cheese Emporium. Oh, hello.
Oh.
I'm getting work messages. I feel the worst.
Keith's still here? Yes, he is. Keith, I'm turning a piece of you tomorrow night that I received from Scott by way of you.
Baby.
A whole lot of different views in one sentence.
Oh, right, nearly done.
Baby.
Just going to give it one more buff on the with the polish and restore. Right, Can any of you lot see my chuck tool?
Yeah, you put it in your magnetic tree on the side of the lathe.
That's what I thought, and that's what I was meant to do with it, but I didn't. Oh, I've got it. Right.
There it is.
And buffoon.
I just have to borrow Thomas's. The good thing is this fits my SK80, SK100, and the drill press. So we've got a spare there. Thomas has got one. Right.
Ian in the shed has just joined your I forget what it is now.
Let's use the phrase fan club.
You've got?
Oh, cool. He's become a member. So, Ian, you're going to get all sorts of privileges now. So that's good. So you'll get to see lots of outtakes and funnies.
Just avoid any video that has the word plasticine in the title, Ian. I feel this is a good idea. I feel this is probably for your sanity.
I don't even think they'll get into the outtakes, to tell you the truth.
So for a start, apparently Fingers is asking any Irish booze tonight after all the work.
Irish booze?
Well, you can only refer to it as Irish booze. He's wrote whiskey, but it's got an E in it, so it's not whiskey.
Oh.
He means Jameson's.
Check out Ian's little name thing now. He's got your badge after him.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is that your first one?
That's my first one, yeah. So, Ian, get ready.
Ian, you popped his cherry, man. Brace yourself. Ian's gone all environmentally friendly.
Ian?
Yeah, he's turned green.
Listen to this lot on here, mate. Right,
or
anyway.
he's really pissed off. Or he's really pissed off.
Who is?
Ian, he could be really green. He's hulking at us. Look at this.
Oh, it's in green as well. That's cool.
It's because he's got two sheds.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, it's not whiskey. Oh, Fingers. I respect you tremendously as a gentleman, but when it comes to whiskey, I feel that your taste is very much colloquial.
Oh, Richard is saying the oldest licensed distillery in the world is Bushmills.
So I feel this has got to be. I think there's many wonderful things you can say, but mostly that the Jameson founders were Scottish, but then we just move on from there.
Yeah.
Richard Dale thinks it's fake. Oh, it's definitely fake.
Were born in Alloway.
Yeah, it's definitely fake. It's not proper whiskey. One extra E in it. It's very close to bourbon. You know what I mean?
Which one do we want? We want that one. There we go. What do you think then?
That's very nice, sir. Oh. Very nice.
Lovely and purple. Let's just move this up. There we go.
Well, here we go. Blair Witch. Right, we're fine now.
See, it's got a
very nice.
Very nice and polished as well.
Burlesque.
I'm liking that.
So what I did, I could see the join. So I decided to burn either side of the join to make it a feature rather than a hideous join. So it looks more like one of those bowling balls now. You know what I mean?
Looks more like a nope. Looks more like curling stone.
Oh
yeah, that's
for
right.
ice curling. All I need is a hand on. You're there.
A curling stone, not a bowling ball.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. So it's 5 inches across. 2¼ inches deep.
Cool.
Yeah, it's turned out quite nice. I'm happy.
And she said, "I don't believe you." Don't, JP, quick.
I've taken the inside out. I don't know if you can see there's a little dish in there and the inside of it might be a bit bleached out.
Yeah.
The reason I did that is because I didn't want it just looking like loads of holes that have been poked through. I wanted some depth in the hole. So I wanted the outside holes deeper than the insides. You know, if have I explained that correctly? I don't know.
Yeah, you have.
It was
Yeah.
quite
Cool, man.
And there is it fits, but it's not real snug, so you can
Well, I
kind
think
of.
the thing with the potpourri bowl, Rich, it doesn't have to be snug because you have to take the lid off to put something inside.
Yeah, and it's flush as well.
Exactly that.
See that from there, but it's nice and flush. So you can just about get your nail underneath there. Okay, right. Are you all right to come back on screen, guys?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
I am, yeah. Well, I am.
And where's Andy gone? Oh, there he is.
You can see me.
Peekaboo.
Oh, today, JP, I hope you're listening still. But
Wayne, we can see. Sorry, Wayne. Richard, we can see your bowl. Ah, there we are.
so today,
Barry's in the house.
I don't know if you
Man.
noticed, but if anyone wants to buy this, get in touch.
What is he laughing at? He's still laughing.
Okay, if you want to buy it, get in touch, guys.
Plus, I'm pretending to be Barry.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. Hello.
There I am.
Anyone who's ever been in a hangout with Bazza will make complete sense.
Yeah, so I did that. So I did Mike's Invasion today, and all the way through it to the very end, and I didn't even notice. I got to the very end, and I realised on the screen it says the Beard X16, not JP X16.
Cool.
So I'm going to have to do some wizardry there, I think, to get rid of that. So how's it gone tonight, guys? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Good,
good.
I
man.
think everyone's
Sorry, I
in
was
the
a bit
chat
late.
as well.
I thought I did say earlier on, I'm going to Andy Hill the crap out of this piece of GPS.
I feel he failed in that, Andy. I just want you to understand that. He did do a good job of what he was trying to do, but he didn't Andy Heal it.
It didn't eat you.
I poked it.
It's not ending you.
Yeah,
So,
what have we got? Mike saying really nice. Steve SK really nice. Keith saying good job, Rich. Donna saying great show. Steve Ellis, good live. Donna again, being fun to watch. Angela Rai has enjoyed it. So yeah, lots of good comments there, Rich.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
I
Terence
finished
Charles
my
has
camera
popped in.
record.
Been a good live, says Terence.
I was
That's
going to use
Actually
this.
awesome.
I
I
was
really
gonna
like
use
that.
this.
And showing off the
That's
katana.
really,
he did with
really
that.
nice.
Sorry, Rich.
No, it's all right. Let's have a look.
It's really nice. Look at it.
Oh yeah, what's that made out of?
Brass.
Is it? Nice.
Yeah, just brass. Some of that leatherette stuff that you gave us for the handle, and then some of my leather working waxed stuff for the handle.
Thingy.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
you've
yeah.
got to have the dangly bits because, like, they like to have their fancy bits, don't they, on their swords?
Yeah.
The dangly bit on the end to tie. I don't think it's actually. I think that's more ceremonial. Dale's looking at me funny. Going no, shut up, Andy.
Saying nothing.
Yeah.
Saying nothing.
But you know why I left the dangly bits, though.
Yes.
It's like
You're
film.
partial to dangly bits.
Yes.
Very nice
Anyway.
finished handle. Rich. Oh, okay. Cheers. Well, thanks for everyone coming in. I don't know what did we peak at tonight, guys? About 35, something like that. 34.
37.
Nice.
I'm not sure because I always watch this on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. 30. You were well over 30 at one point.
Cool.
I feel when I feel when we were deciding you had 5 or 6 people in, there may have been a 3 in front of that. I seem to recall.
So good night, Pat. Pat's off.
Night.
Hey, Pat.
Well, and thanks to you guys, because you guys are the ones that make this fun by the jokes and the banter and the playing about. So I'm just turning.
And Angela I said she saw 38 in.
Nice.
Were you paying
It's
attention, though, Angela?
It's not important. All it is I'm just trying to keep a track of, because my views started to go down as far as I'm concerned, and I don't know why. There was less and less people coming in, and now I know why.
I don't know if that's got to do with Martin doing a live at the same time as you do, Rich.
Certainly not going to help.
It seems to be when I don't do wood turning, if I don't use the lathe on the Tuesday Night Live, I get less people in. So people want to see the lathe, I'd imagine. I get more people in when I'm turning. So just to let you know, that's what I've. It's just an observation. So
it's a bit of an audience because a lot of people actually like to see you doing the different stuff, not just the lathe work.
So Martin was on tonight. Yeah, he draws quite a crowd in, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. But
all right. Well, I'll say good night now, guys. Thanks very much. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes, so I timed that not bad, even if it was a fluke. But anyway, don't forget who's live tomorrow lunchtime, guys?
Next, tomorrow lunchtime. Then it's the ever lovely Wayne the Woodturner in the evening at 8 p.m. for the usual shenanigans.
Or what you doing, mate?
Turning it, it's about 12-inch diameter by 3 inches deep U-bowl tomorrow night.
Right.
She didn't believe him. And then on Thursday afternoon, we have SK Crafts filling in for lunchtime live. Then Thursday evening breaks into a couple of chunks. I don't think there's anyone before you, good self. And then obviously we have the Blue Light Turner immediately following you. On Friday lunchtime, we have the ever lovely Wayne, the Wood Turner, and then in the evening we have the ever lovely Stace.
On Friday.
Sorry, mate.
To tell you the truth, I might just pick that skew up again.
Give it a go on. You know they say, get off the bike. You can't when you fall off the bike. Check your knees. No, when you fall off the bike, get back on again.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Baz is suggesting plasticine modeling.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Don't know why.
We'd send you a private plasticine model if you want.
Oh, Barry. I'm certain Barry's seen the plasticine modelling.
Probably has.
I'm sure he has.
Right, cheers, guys. See you all in Wayne's tomorrow. Night.
Night.
By the power of Great Skull.
Hit the button. Hit the bloody